recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivial Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivial Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Chris.
Yo, we going down to Sesame Street.
That's your impression of hardcore rap?
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list. Oh my God.
You were like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
And the rest of the Trivial Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Carmela, and it is the women's episode, y'all.
Woo! Yay!
Woo! Yay! I am joined in-house today by Trish Leighton. Hi, Trish.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good. I'm also joined today by Lauren Carey for the 3rd year in a row.
Oh, that's right. I would be remiss if I didn't say the 3rd year in a row.
The 3rd, yeah, that is true. That's fair. That's fair. I'm also joined today by Kenya Hitchens. Hi, Kenya.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. And Lisa Wolfisch.
Hi, so happy to be here today.
Happy to have you. All right, well, let's get to know you guys a little bit. Kenya, we'll start with you. Tell everyone where you're from, what you do, and something interesting about yourself.
So my name is Kenya Hitchens. I am originally born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm currently in St. Louis, Missouri, and I am actually getting ready to move to Grand Forks, North Dakota.
So you keep inching closer and closer north.
Yeah, I think eventually I'll wind up in Canada. I don't know.
I hear it's nice there. I've never been, but I know people there, and they seem pretty cool. So maybe one day.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, Lisa, and just remind everyone what you do, where you're from, and something interesting about yourself.
So I'm in Washington, D.C. I work with a team of digital folks doing audio, video, web, social media, all the fun sort of digital things these days. And something interesting, so this is not something I've talked about before on here. I am an Outlander obsessed person. That is a series of books that's now a TV show that some people might have seen. And I run a Outlander quiz feed on Twitter.
Wow. Ooh. So you ask all the questions about Jamie Fraser?
I ask all things about Jamie and Claire and North Carolina and Scotland and all of that. And it combines my two loves of trivia and Outlander.
Awesome. That sounds pretty cool. I haven't read those yet. They're on my list to read. But they seem like thick books. Like
they get thicker as they go. Yeah.
Yes. That's like there's an episode of Frasier where Frasier's dad Martin is sitting there and he's looking at Frasier and he's trying to like have a conversation and he's asking Frasier about the book that he's reading and he looks at Frasier and he goes, "Good book, thick," and that's like all he could add to the conversation. Great. So it's like thick.
Well. It is the Women's History Month episode. Very excited. I got all my ladies here today, and we are going to do a little special segment called Warm It Up, Lauren.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
So what do you got for us today, Lauren?
All right. So I have a list. It's actually an exhaustive list. I don't know exactly how many are on the list, but we can go around.
I love lists.
I'm looking for women inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as performers. Just to give you a background of who would be eligible. People are eligible to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 25 years after their first record, and the first woman inductee was in 1987.
All right.
Okay.
So,
and they can be obviously solo or part of a group?
Solo or part of a group, yeah. So I'm looking for either solo artists or a group that has a woman in it as a performer.
Okay.
And is that including this latest round of inductees?
Yes, it is.
All right, cool.
So who should we start with?
Whoever you want.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to start with Trish.
Thanks. So I just have to kind of shout one out, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The pressure of a name. What movie?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, Pretty Woman.
Oh my God, I just watched that too.
Can we curse in this one?
I'll try not to.
mildly?
I'll try not to. I'll try to dim my curse.
Okay, editing harder
Look
for
at
Joel.
me. You know me.
All right. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame women. So many badass women. But I'm going to have to go with one I thought was more recent. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but wasn't Mariah Carey just...
No.
Okay. Figures. She sucks. Just kidding. Move on.
Oh, is Lisa waving her hand?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
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 Can I go?
Yeah, you can go. Okay, I guess we'll go through our Skype people next then.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes, Lisa.
I'm going to go with the only two-time inductee.
That's what I was going to
Nicks.
do.
Stevie Nicks. Very good. Kenya.
Whitney Houston.
Very good. Yes, Whitney Houston was just put in.
Yep.
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I knew that, Carmela.
Trish.
Is Joan Baez in there?
Yes, Joan Baez is in there. Very good, Trish.
That's the only one I know.
Lisa.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with the other Fleetwood Mac inductee, Christine McVie.
Yes, Christine McVie was put in as part of Fleetwood Mac. Kenya.
Now I'm not sure. I'm going to guess Carly Simon.
Carly Simon. Let me see. No, Carly Simon was not inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. That was a really good guess. I would think so.
She should be. There are so many people that should be but aren't. Carmela.
Let's try Carole King.
No.
Wow.
She's the one who wrote Natural Woman.
I know. But she's not in as a performer.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Trish.
I keep coming back to Heart. Is Nancy Wilson in there?
This is the problem. I should have put these in alphabetical order.
That probably would have been more helpful.
I have them in
in year order?
in chronological order.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not a huge massive list, so I can totally look. But no, Heart is not in there. Lisa.
Okay, I'm going to go with Patti Scialfa with the E Street Band.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band are in, but she was not inducted as part of the E Street Band.
Wow.
Damn.
That is interesting.
Because she wasn't in the E Street Band when they did all their good stuff.
Oh.
Okay, I would take exception with that statement.
No, and I'm not saying that the latest stuff has not been good because I am.
It sounds like you and Wake are going to fight.
I'm a big Bruce Springsteen fan.
So is he.
Yeah. It's just,
Actually, he told me this the other day. For some reason, we were talking about Bon Jovi. He goes, I want to like Bon Jovi, but I want Bruce Springsteen to be the only famous rock and roll guy from New Jersey.
Oh, my God. Kenya?
I'm going to try Grace Slick.
Oh, Grace Slick as part of Jefferson Airplane.
Oh.
Yay.
Yeah. And believe it or not, no. Jefferson Airplane is not an inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Wow. This list is
disappointing.
I'm going to need them to get on it up there in Cleveland.
How many more? So Carmela, you can go. How many more times did you want to go around?
We're not really hitting any, so maybe one time more.
One more time around? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I can read them off and we can get mad at it.
Yep. I'm going to go Chrissy Hynde from The Pretenders.
Oh, The Pretenders are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
We saw her together.
Yeah.
She opened up for Stevie.
Yes, you did. We did. We saw her together. It was beautiful.
Sweet.
Beautiful day.
Fun. It was nice.
One more time around, Trish.
Oh, I got nothing over here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm passing.
Okay. You can pass. Lisa?
Okay, I got two, and I knew I should have gone with one of these instead of Patty. I'm going with Joan Jett.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, yes.
Yeah, that's excellent. That should have come up earlier, yeah.
Ooh, are the rest of the Runaways in there?
I don't know if Lita Ford made it.
No,
somehow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I've got two, too, and I'm debating which one to go with. I'm going to say Deborah Harry is part of Blondie.
Blondie is in.
Yay.
That's a good one.
Whew. All right, Carmela, this is it.
I know. It's terrible. How great it would be if the girls from Wilson Phillips were on that list.
They're not.
Oh. But the mamas and the papas.
The mamas and the papas are.
I just was thinking that. I'm like, damn, I should have. Yeah.
All right. So since we weren't hitting any of these, here it is. We have Aretha Franklin, The Supremes, Laverne Baker, Ike and Tina Turner.
Oh,
Ruth Brown.
of course.
Etta James. Janis Joplin.
Oh my God.
I didn't realize she was inducted.
Martha and the Vandellas. Gladys Knight and the Pips.
I should say Gladys Knight.
Okay, wait. I've got to interrupt right here. If my mother listens to this, she will kill me. I am named
You're in
after Gladys
so
Knight.
much trouble.
I am seriously named after Gladys Knight. My name was going to be Gladys Maria after Gladys Maria Knight, but she changed it to Kenya because Kenya is Gladys Knight's daughter's name. So my name is Kenya Maria, and I'm named after Gladys Knight. And the fact she never came to mind.
You're in so much trouble.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. The Shirelles, Joni Mitchell.
Oh, Joni Mitchell.
Fleetwood Mac, the Mamas and the Papas, Dusty Springfield, the Staple Singers, Bonnie Raitt, Brenda Lee, the Talking Heads, because of Tina Weymouth.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
The Pretenders, Blondie, the Ronettes, Patti Smith.
Oh, Patti Smith, of course.
Madonna.
Wait, did you say,
Friend of Bruce Springsteen, Patti Smith.
None of us guessed Madonna.
Madonna.
Oh.
ABBA.
ABBA would have been a good one.
Darlene Love, Laura Nyro, Donna Summer, Linda Ronstadt, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Joan Baez, Nina Simone, Janet Jackson. Stevie
Janet
Nicks.
Jackson was my other guess at the end.
There you go. Right, and then Stevie Nicks and Whitney Houston.
They were the most recent?
Yep.
I just watched a really awesome clip. It was an interview that Nina Simone did, and she was talking about how someone had taken her music and not paid her for it. Like this happened in like Europe or Switzerland or something. And so she followed him into the restaurant and tried to shoot him because he wouldn't pay her.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And hear her telling this. I mean, obviously that sounds really terrible, but hear her tell that story back. She tells it in the most amusing way.
Can I find this on the internet?
Yes, you can. I'll send you the tweet that I watched it from.
Thank you.
I would love to see that. Nina Simone was a treasure.
Oh, yes. So great. She wanted her money, and I don't blame her.
Meow. Yeah, some women need to get paid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, those were names on the list that we absolutely should have known. But some of the ones that we named that aren't on that list
is also a tragedy.
Yeah, the great injustice in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm on my soapbox. Is Pat Benatar not being in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
true. I've got a friend who's been going off about that ever since the latest round was announced. He's just like, why is she not in?
She was on the short list and didn't make it. Like, what? Come on, people.
It's so frustrating. And you know what bothered me the most about that whole thing? You know, because obviously I'm one of the biggest Stevie Nicks fans in the world. And as you know, Stevie Nicks is the only woman inducted twice. Mm-hmm. The hate that Stevie Nicks was getting for being inducted as a solo artist before Pat Benatar or whatever. I'm like,
one has nothing to do with the other.
Exactly. One has nothing. They're just two kick-ass women. And I'm sorry if Stevie Nicks made it first. But like Stevie Nicks getting in is not an injustice against Pat Benatar. You know what I mean?
No, right.
Blame the committee that puts that stuff together.
It's a bunch of old white dudes.
God, what do you have to do to get into that if Pat Benatar can't get in?
I don't know. I don't know. My dad secretly loves Pat Benatar.
He shouldn't be secret about it.
I don't think he's ever said it, but it's like every time we're in the car together and Pat Benatar comes on, he turns it up a little bit. Like, he doesn't say anything, but he turns it up. He's like, "You better run. You better leave." But I guess we've been warmed up now.
Yes. I think we are officially we're heated. We're heated over this list.
Yes. I need to remove my velour hoodie.
All right. Well, today's episode is going to be Carmela and Trish versus Lisa and Kenya. And for the first time on the women's episode, Lauren is calling the game. Hi. So I am very excited about it. So it's time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness, 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
So, round 1, question number 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Your category is sports.
Crap.
Don't
right,
worry.
let's
Here's
go.
your question. This year, which offensive assistant coach became the first female and openly LGBT coach in Super Bowl history?
I can lock this one in.
Oh, yes, because I know who it is, and I can picture her, but I can't picture her last name. So, yes, please lock it in.
I was just going to ask, do you need the name or can I describe her?
We're going to need the name.
When you're preparing for a women's episode, this really should have been on my radar.
I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh, I should remember that.
Really important.
I will be honest, I don't care about football, but it's awesome that there is, a woman coach now. But I think you're right with the Abby part. I don't know the last name.
Yeah, I'm not even coming up with the options. Really starting us off with sports, huh? The pressure of a name.
B, C.
And she's so cute, and she's on a commercial, and her name is on it.
Well, you wrote down Wheeler, and it is a name, and I don't have anything
But
better.
who is that? I don't think that's her, but that's all like...
Yeah, we're just going to say Wheeler.
We're going to say Abby Wheeler.
You're going to say Abby Wheeler.
Because I don't know why.
So you've locked in with Abby Wheeler.
Yeah.
All right, Lisa and Kenya.
We're not quite sure of her first name. It might be Katie, but we're not sure. But I'm pretty sure the last name is Sauer, or else it's something super close to that, and I'm going to be wrong. So we're going to say Sauer.
Okay. So the first name is Katie.
Okay.
Whoops.
And you are super close. It's Katie Sowers.
Oh. So it's not Abby Wheeler.
It's not Abby Wheeler.
Who is Abby Wheeler?
I feel like that's the title of the episode, though. Who is Abby Wheeler?
Call me.
Oh, man, that hurt.
It does hurt.
Well, I'm delighted.
I'm sitting here like watching you two talk, and I'm like,
That must be painful. Like
an S.
So close.
We need an S.
Yeah.
Here's question number 2. Category is clubs. Inspired by the work of Lord Baden-Powell with the Boy Scouts, who established the Girl Guides in 1912, a group that would later become known as the Girl Scouts.
I know it.
Yeah, we can lock that.
All right. They've locked
Are you kidding me? I don't know, but I ate like 10 boxes of their cookies this past week.
I was a Girl Scout, and I learned this.
Did you get this badge and you just didn't deserve it?
Yeah, it's
Taking it back.
It's very possible. You're going to take it back badge from 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, what is her name? Does it start with a J? Probably doesn't.
I'm trying really hard to poker face things.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
I'm not good at it.
With it. Any chance that her name was written on any of those cookie packages?
Maybe it was Abby Wheeler. I don't know.
We're trying Abby Wheeler again. No, I don't think it's Abby Wheeler. I think she had 3 names. Like she was like one of those 3-name people.
I literally have not even a guess. So
yeah, I want to look like a doof. We're gonna try Lucky Johnson. We're gonna say Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
All right. They have locked
I
in.
think that's a great
Johnson.
That's a great approach. Smith.
It was me. It was me. Carmela founded the Girl Scouts. Oh, Lisa and Kenya, what say you?
I don't know if you can see this.
It's backwards.
Backwards.
Yep.
Is that a J?
It's backwards, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Julia Gordon-Lowe.
Yep. I knew it was a 3-name person.
It is a
and
3-name.
it was a J.
Yes. Juliet Gordon-Lowe founded the Girl Guides that turned into the Girl Scouts.
Yep.
Kenya, were you in the Girl Scouts? Is that how you know this? Or?
No, but I temped once at a Girl Scout office
Oh.
years ago.
That one thing just stuck.
Yeah.
I was a Girl Scout for 12 years.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Wow.
I was a senior in high school and a Girl Scout at the same time.
And in band.
And
Oh
in
my
band.
God.
I was super cool.
I think I was like a daisy, and I never went any further.
That daisy was the one thing I wasn't. So between you and me, we have done all the Girl Scouts.
I was just a junior.
Just a junior?
I was just a junior, yeah.
Did you do brownies?
I didn't do brownies.
Oh,
You
I did brownies.
Started as a junior. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It's very progressive.
Very progressive. All right. Round 1, question number 3. Your category is rap.
I got a shot.
They're catching up.
Which female-fronted New York group recorded the first Billboard #1 song in the U.S. to feature rap vocals?
You good with that?
I am.
We're locked in.
They have locked in.
Lisa, I think it's Salt and Pepper.
Let's go with that because I don't have a better idea.
It's what came to mind right away. It fits in the time frame because they were mid 80s, and they were the first ones to really kind of break through and gain that level of popularity to hit #1. So I think it's Salt and Pepper.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
So we'll lock in.
They've locked in with Salt and Pepper.
I think I've heard this. Blondie did a song called Rapture that had a whole verse in rap.
Oh, it did.
That's right.
So I think it's Blondie.
Rapture.
Yes, the correct answer is Blondie with the song Rapture.
I
Nice.
forgot all about freaking Blondie.
I did too.
Talked about
Fab
her.
Five Freddy told me everybody's fly. He went up to DJ and said, my mind flashes. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't even think because my brain immediately went to Salt and Pepper first, just because that's. But then I was like, no, I don't think they're from
Yeah.
New York. And Carmela wrote that down. I was like, I'm going with her answer.
Yeah. It's a wild video, too. If you ever get a chance, like watch the video for
Seen it. I'll
Rapture.
look it up. Yeah.
All right. So after the first round, we are tied up 10-10.
Ooh.
Great.
Round 2. Medicine.
Ooh.
Oh, I like this.
After being voted unanimously into medical school by the 150 male students at the institution, in January 1849, who became the first woman to achieve a medical degree in the United States?
I can lock that in, Kenya.
Okay.
Elizabeth Blackwell?
That's what I was thinking too, because I feel like we've had this question before, some point, or there was something related to her that I remember a discussion about, or maybe she was the wrong answer. Maybe it was Abby Wheeler, but I'm just, I think that's where my brain was headed.
Okay. Yeah, I think Elizabeth Blackwell. So Blackwell.
Yeah, we locked in with Ms. Blackwell.
The correct answer is Elizabeth Blackwell.
Yay!
Woo!
Hey.
Yay.
Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell.
Yeah.
Did she finish?
That's
Yeah,
right.
she did. She got her degree.
She got a medical degree. Yeah.
Good for
Alrighty.
her.
Yeah.
What was her specialty? Did they have those back then?
I don't
Don't
know.
This
know.
is curious.
Curious
Ear nails.
Ear
And she went on to found a women's medical college.
Yes, she did.
Oh, did not know that.
All right. Question number 2. Writers. Subsequently a movie and hit Broadway musical, Alice Walker was the first African-American woman to win the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction for which novel?
I can lock in.
Yeah, we can lock in.
Yep.
All right. You guys are all written down? Pretty sure.
We're down.
That's The Color Purple.
Oprah.
Who was in the movie?
Yes. That's all I think of. I'm like,
Was Cynthia Erivo was in the Broadway show? I think that's her last name.
I don't know.
Anyway, but we said Color Purple.
All right. Lisa and Kenya?
We also locked in with The Color Purple.
The correct answer is The Color Purple. Yippee! I probably should have said The Color Purple.
Oh my God.
Sorry. You get a Pulitzer and you get a Pulitzer.
I always
I just
pronounced
remember
it
that
Pulitzer.
one line from, it's like, until you do right by me, everything you even think about is going to crumble.
Ooh,
That's
I
a pretty
like
good
that.
line.
I like that.
Yeah.
Last question of this round. The category is firsts. First. Though it had been a featured men's event since 1896, Joan Benoit earned the gold medal when which event made its debut at the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics?
Okay, Kenya, I have a very good idea on that one.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it, but I think I have a good idea.
Okay.
All right, they've de-headphoned.
Okay. I think she was a marathoner, so I would go with marathon.
Okay, I have zero thunder and really zero ideas on anything. So, yeah.
But it's interesting because I guess have always pronounced it Benoit, so I'm assuming that's the same name.
Is
and
it
I'm
Benoit?
Yeah, and I'm probably wrong, but I do for some reason think she was a marathoner, and I've got nothing else besides that.
Yeah, then let's go with that.
Okay.
You can let them know we are locked in.
They have locked in, ladies.
Oh, so this is a toughie.
Yeah.
So 1984, summer. I'm just trying to think of what was popular in those days. Like after Bruce Jenner and stuff, all the attention was on like decathlons and like the running people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all.
Running people.
Those people that run with
Yeah.
nowhere to go, and I don't get it. So I kind of keep going there, but I don't have any reason besides that's just where my brain went.
I have no idea, like at all. So I'm okay with saying decathlon.
Okay. But then I was like, swimming. But I feel like women were doing that before 1984.
Yeah. So I'm cool with saying decathlon.
Yeah, back when they thought women couldn't do everything that a man could do.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
So decathlon.
Let's just go with that.
Kenya and Lisa.
Yeah. All right. I think that she was a marathoner. Not positive, but we locked in with women's marathon.
The correct answer is the women's marathon.
Damn it! Good job.
Woohoo!
Nice. Well done.
We swept the round.
Didn't
You
even
guys-
know that was an event.
You guys did sweep the round. After the second round, it is 40-30 with Lisa and Kenya in the lead.
40-30. If you're Irish, it's farty to turdy.
Tarty.
Oh, round 3. Yeah. I'm like sitting here waiting for something to
I
happen.
haven't had that many mimosas.
No, I haven't. No, and this is more me forgetting what it's like to host. I haven't hosted in a long time.
Don't forget, you're drinking for us too. So.
Yes.
And I'm drinking for my friend Trish here also.
Yeah, I guess we should do a. There is one ween in the room, but he's safely tucked in my uterus, so nothing we can do about it.
Yay.
He's here.
She's pregnant with a little boy.
But his testicles haven't descended.
Oh,
so
no.
they're still in his abdomen. Does it count?
4H? Wait, 3H? What is it?
I don't-
They don't come down?
Oh, I don't know. I hope
I don't
that
know.
doesn't
They're
happen.
not supposed to come down yet.
I know. Like my dog Skip, his didn't come down, and that's the only part of that movie where my dad cried.
I guess that would be difficult for them.
How did we get here?
I'm just saying, if there's a things you know about babies episode, don't call me. Please don't call me.
Listen, me neither. Scary.
You're going to learn real quick, though.
Trial by fire. All right. Round 3. Question number 1. Category is cinema.
Cinnamon.
In 2010, Catherine Bigelow became the first woman to win the Oscar for Best Director for which film?
Got it locked in.
We can lock that in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you guys want a 3, 2, 1 it?
Yeah.
We can 3, 2 on it.
All right. Because you guys are on a delay. You guys pick who's going to do 3, 2, 1, and then I will say it at the same time.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
The Hurt Locker.
Yes, the correct answer is the Hurt Locker. I spent a lot of time there in high school.
Because you were in band and Girl Scouts, sweetheart.
Band.
I just preferred to cry in the bathroom.
Hurt Locker.
I should have gone to all girls' high schools. We didn't have any of that nonsense. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
no. Went to public school.
Yeah, went to a public school. All right. Ooh, round 3, question number 2. Category is pop. Which artist who isn't one of the boys is the only female to have 5 consecutive number 1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 from one album? She was given the Billboard Spotlight Award in 2012 for this achievement. They've unheadphoned. You can talk.
Okay, so what do you think not one of the boys is? The only thing I'm thinking is if Mariah Carey had some kind of Boys to Men association, wasn't she? Or is there somebody associated with a group that's like Backstreet Boys or...
That's what's
something.
hanging me up is the part about the boys. So Mariah Carey did do a single with Boyz II Men called One Sweet Day, but that's like a stretch, I think, to make that association as part of the clue. Like the boys.
I mean, in 2012 is when she got the award, but that doesn't mean that the songs were all current.
It could have been a way after the fact acknowledgement. Okay. So thinking of people that even could have possibly achieved that off of one album, definitely Mariah could have, but I don't think she's the answer. Oh, Janet Jackson.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because she comes from this whole family of boys, like the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
And when she released, what was it, like, I know Rhythm Nation had a ton of hits off of it. Janet had a ton of hits off of it. It's quite possible that one of her albums would have had 5 number 1 hits. One of those 2 albums. That's my best guess right now.
Yeah, I would like that, either that or Mariah Carey, but I have no thunder on either one.
I mean, I can make the association with the Clue better with Janet than I can with Mariah. And then Mariah, I know she does have a record that has to do with number 1s, but I think it's multiple albums and not just one album. So yeah, we will lock in with Janet Jackson.
All right, they've locked in with Janet Jackson.
All right, well, we tried to go with A Good Girl Gone Bad, and we said Rihanna. She's got a ton of number 1s, and I figured.
All right, well, the correct answer is another good girl gone kind of sort of bad. But it's Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Oh.
And
what's the boys reference?
One of the boys. Her album is One of the Boys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good clue. Good clue, Lauren.
I actually didn't know that, so yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, it would not have gone with Katy Perry, but it makes sense. I mean, that year, like those couple years around there, it was nothing but Katy Perry.
Yeah.
So,
because it was everything. It was the California Girls, that one. So.
Yeah. Waking Up in Vegas, that one.
We missed, I think we missed the part about the year being the album.
Yeah, well, I think the album came out in 2011, and she got that award in 2012 for that achievement.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
All right, well...
Last one in the round.
Last one in the round. My brother came up with this category name.
Thanks, John.
He was helping me, but it's athletes.
Athletes?
Yeah, and he wrote it that way on here. It's athletes. I'm like, all right, because I think he was, we've got literature, so he went athletes. So anyway, Monet Davis led her team, Philadelphia's Tanny Dragons, to victory by becoming the first female to pitch a shutout game during what sporting event in 2014?
Really, John?
I know this.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna lock in?
Go ahead. I don't know it, so if you know it, lock in.
All right, I'm locking in.
All right, I don't know.
So wait a second.
Pitched a perfect game.
Monet pitched a perfect game, so obviously it's softball. World Series?
Do they have a World Series of softball?
I think so.
Can you read the question one more time for me, please?
Yes. Yeah, put down your champagne.
Do you want the question or do you want a mimosa?
I want both. Do it at the same time, Lauren.
Monet Davis led her team, Philadelphia's Tanny Dragons, to victory by becoming the first female to pitch a shutout game during what sporting event in 2014?
So it's Philadelphia, so it's not college.
Right.
A shutout is...
It's you pitch a perfect game, essentially.
Yeah. But first female is what's throwing me off, because then was it baseball?
Right.
I don't think men played softball.
If I knew what the Tanny Dragons were, are they like a minor league team? Is there a minor league World Series? The minor series? That sounds bad.
Planet Series.
The Hemisphere
The
Series.
Hemisphere Series. We're going
It's
with
the World
Hemisphere
Series, but there's only one nation that plays it.
We're going with the Hemisphere Series. Thank you. I knew we were.
Yeah, and we got nothing. The Hemisphere Series.
All right.
So wait. Not going with Hemisphere Series.
Oh, darn. I thought we were really going to do that.
But does it matter that it's a female, or is the first time a shutout was pitched regardless of the gender?
In this particular event?
Yeah, in this event. So I would be more inclined to say it was an actual female event, like the softball World Series, over something where it's a co-ed.
Sure.
Or male event.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. That does make sense. I didn't know that they had professional softball teams.
Oh, me neither.
So it's cool if they do. But yeah, I mean, I'm cool with doing that. We could say the softball World Series.
If it's the minor league World Series or the Hemisphere Series, you're
If it's the Abby Wheeler series,
you're gonna be very mad at me.
Yeah, when you said Hemisphere World Series, I was so upset we locked in.
all right, softball World Series.
All right, so they've said softball World Series. And ladies?
More specifically, it's the Little League finals, like the Little League, what do you call it? Like, not World Series, but the Little League finals.
That's up to you.
The correct answer is the Little League World Series. That's the event.
Oh.
I didn't know that they had that.
The Little League World Series is played annually in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Oh. And it is actually a World Series because there are
a hemisphere.
It was probably more a hemisphere series in that I think it's mostly Western Hemisphere teams. There's a lot of, Caribbean nations that play in it and everything.
And so it's baseball.
It's Little League World Series is the correct answer.
Okay, so
we were just too old.
So
we obviously got it wrong. You have a decision to make about theirs. That is up to you.
Oh God, I hate this. Well, I think I have to. I was relatively strict with Katie Sowers.
You were.
So I'm gonna stick with that. I mean, I think if you hadn't said not World Series, but
oh no,
I might have leaned, but yeah.
Why did you let me talk, Lisa?
I would have.
Well, what did you write down?
That one.
You wrote down finals, or did you write down?
I wrote down finals.
Oh darn.
Okay.
And yeah.
Here's the secret about me. I want everyone to get the right answer. Yeah. I don't care. I'm like, did you get it right? Oh.
I know. And so I've just had to be like, I can't change my level of strictitude now.
I get it. Well, that was a tough round.
That was.
We are going into the midpoint with Lisa and Kenya with 50 points. Carmela and Trish have 40. What do we got for the midpoint?
I'm depressed now.
Yeah, we're not locking in anymore.
No.
I've done that where I'm like almost there, and then it's like, no, it's this. And I'm like, damn it.
Well, we've already had 2 of those before halftime, so now I'm just like depressed.
Don't be depressed.
That's okay.
Hey, at least you're getting anything right.
You're beating us.
I'm like,
which is an accomplishment.
No.
And
Carmela's getting things right too. I just look cute.
Oh, you do though.
You do look really cute today, though.
My ears and my bump. Pregnancy brain. It's legit. There we go. That's what I'm going to blame it on.
All right.
What we got for the midpoint, Lauren?
For the midpoint question. Actually, funny thing, I had put this together, and then this morning I went on Time Hop. And they do that little like rundown of things that happened on this day. Mm-hmm. Well, on this day in 1997, on the day that we were recording, "Wannabe" by the Spice Girls hit number 1.
Yay.
So what I'm looking for from you are the full, real, non-Spice names of the 5 Spice Girls.
Oh, okay. Guess who grew up in the 90s?
Carmela was like, yeah, I got that.
I was really excited, so I'm like scribbling it down.
I concur.
Yeah, we're locked in.
So Lisa, I wrote down Melanie Chisholm, Melanie Brown, Emma Bunton, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
Jerry Halliwell.
And what was
Victoria Adams Beckham?
Okay, I just wasn't sure what she was before Beckham.
She was Adams.
Okay, all right.
And she was Posh. So yeah.
Yep. All right, I'm good with that.
You agree with those?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll lock in with what we just said.
Well, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I really, really want all these right answers.
Spice up your life.
Yeah, this was my childhood.
This is our jam.
It was. Jerry Halliwell, Emma Bunton, Victoria Adams / Beckham, Melanie Brown, and Melanie Chisholm.
Yes, our Spice Girls are Melanie Brown, Scary Spice, Melanie Chisholm, Sporty Spice, Emma Bunton, Baby Spice, Jerry Halliwell, Ginger Spice, and Victoria Adams Beckham, Posh Spice.
Wonderful.
Woo, 20 points for everybody.
Yay.
Girl power.
I thoroughly enjoyed Mel C's solo work post Spice Girls.
Yeah?
She used to have an album and I really liked. Yeah.
I'll have to explore that. She came off the Spice rack.
Yes. She did. What was the one I really I Turned to You? Look up that one. Oh, love that one.
So
I think it was in Bend It Like Beckham.
I was in like 4th, 5th grade when Spice Girls were really big. me and my friends would play Spice Girls. Because I had big curly hair, I would always be Scary Spice. So Scary was my favorite. And I'd stick them up in little buns. I'm like, yeah!
At my weekly trivia one time this past season, they asked for the Spice Girls and they wanted their full names. And we put Mel Brown and they didn't take it.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
No, that was
so
like her
pissed off.
state. That was
She
like
was
her-
Mel B.
Mel B.
I know.
She's still
Mel
Mel
B and
Brown
Mel
to this
C.
day.
Yeah.
Isn't
Easy V doesn't come for free. She's a real lady. As for me, you'll see.
Slam your body
Slump
down.
your body
the party's
down
all
and
around.
wind it all around.
And zig a zig.
Oh God.
I had Spice World on VHS and I watched the crap out of that movie.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a really good midpoint. After that, we are 60 to 70. Lisa and Kenya are still in the lead.
Yay. Trish.
Sorry. I mean, yay.
Yay.
Win.
Okay, we're all winners. All right.
That is the end of the first half. Before we go on to the second half, I want to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Audible. You know who Audible is. They're the leading provider of spoken word entertainment and audio books in the world. If you want an audiobook, if you want to learn while you're in the car or you're walking, whatever, audiobooks are just like podcasts. They're amazing. You can download the books. You can listen offline. The app is free. You can put it on your smartphone, which you always have with you. You can listen across devices. It'll pick it up wherever you left off. Audible and the Audible app are fantastic. Last thing I listened to on Audible's app was Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick. I love that I can get books by actors, actresses, comedians. So all my stuff isn't like smart people stuff. Right? All my stuff isn't self-help stuff, even though I do love my self-help stuff. Sometimes I want to read a biography, or I just want to get to know somebody I'm interested in better. And so Anna Kendrick's Scrappy Little Nobody was really cool because it tells her story, and it's her narrating her own book. Really loved that. You can get your own Audible account set up. Visit audible.com/TWA or text TWA to 500-500. It's a great setup. Every month, members get 1 credit to pick any title, plus 2 Audible originals from a monthly selection. So you get a lot. Just visit audible.com/TWA or text TWA to 500-500. All right, let's get on with the second half of today's game.
Round 4.
Let's go.
Category is plants.
Shoot.
Named.
I got excited. My husband's a plant
She
guy,
got
but
way too excited about that.
but I stopped listening to him like 10 years ago. So
You
I
just
don't
tune
think
them
I've
out.
heard anything.
You're like, yeah, baby, plants.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they're green. Beautiful.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
Good.
Named after singer Lady Gaga due to its sexually fluid and self-fertilizing qualities, Gaga germinata is a newly discovered species of what type of vascular plant?
All right, we're locked in.
I probably cannot ask Lauren to say what the hell a vascular plant is, so that's not helping me. Plant with veins, I'm thinking. I don't know.
So here's the thing. I know nothing about plants, like nothing.
Yeah,
like
I
science
know.
is my dark hole, is my black hole. I just don't have anything.
I don't know if germinata is a clue or not.
What, like geranium? What is it called?
That's the only thing I was thinking, but it's not quite the same. But there are probably a lot of varieties of geraniums, which are also, I think, flowers. There's azaleas. I don't know.
Give me an example of a vascular plant.
You really just asked me that?
Yes.
I believe she did. We were there. We heard it.
It's got vascules. Hello.
A plant with veins. I don't know. I know as much about plants as I know about babies.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's just pick something and lose our 10 points and move on. We can want to pick Costas just because there's so many of them.
I don't even know what that is. So yes.
Okay. We'll lock in with the wrong answer of hostas.
All right.
Kenny, were you thinking about like elephant ears?
Ficus.
Like those big, like they look like giant ears?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we call them down here, at least, is elephant ears.
Yeah, there's another name for them too, but I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what
that's what
it
you're
is.
thinking of. But we said orchid.
Okay. Well, a vascular plant it's a type of plant that actually has tissues that transport water and nutrients throughout it. So that kind of acts as a vascular system, as we might know it. And Germanata is just Lady Gaga's last name. Mm-hmm. She's Stephanie Germanata. And the correct answer is fern.
We're close. We're so close.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh. Well,
I didn't know
at
they
least
were
it came
sexually
up.
fluid. Very nice.
Yeah. My brother, again, he went through, I had him kind of go through the questions to like, just kind of look at them for me. I just wanted a second set of eyes. And Trish is usually my second set of eyes when I do this, but she couldn't be. So my brother left a note on this and I left it on here. And he said, I would have said dickweed, LOL. And I left that.
Sounds like a John answer.
Yeah. I left that note on here and I'm like,
That classic Carrie humor.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Except we're having none of that on the women's episode.
No.
No.
Okay. Question number 2. Musical instruments.
Sack butt.
Not this time. Which steam-powered musical instrument, popular on riverboats and in circuses, was named after the Greek muse of eloquence and epic poetry?
Steam-powered instrument.
That is correct.
Thank you.
We're locked in.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is calliope. That sounds really familiar.
I know it definitely sounds like that. I'm so afraid of like another near miss now.
No,
but
calliope was a muse.
Right, calliope was a muse, and I remember staying at a hotel in Louisville, Kentucky back in 2015 for a conference, and they had these things like on the river, and they played like all freaking day long every day, and at first it's like, oh, this is cute, and by the end we're like, just stop.
Yeah, I think we're good with that.
So you want to lock in with calliope?
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty.
We also said calliope.
But I always thought it was pronounced calliope.
Well, the correct answer to quote Bruce Springsteen with its very uneasen sneezin' and wheezin', the calliope crashed to the ground. Yes, the correct answer is calliope.
Yay!
By the way, the person who said calliope, so there were, I don't know what's there now post-Katrina, but there were a number of housing projects in New Orleans, 80s, 90s, whatever, and one of them was like calliope, but everyone called it the calliope. It's the Calliope Project.
Yeah. And one of my favorite characters on Grey's Anatomy was Calliope Torres, Dr. Torres, and I didn't even put those two together.
Yeah.
Calliope it is.
Calliope it is. It's like fine melon.
I wonder if Abby Wheeler plays a Calliope.
She probably does.
Poor Abby Wheeler.
Is Abby Wheeler? Sorry.
I have to Google this.
If there's anybody out there listening named Abby Wheeler, please call. All right. Round 4, question 3. Category is marriages.
Marriage.
Elizabeth Taylor married Richard Burton more than once. They first got together during the filming of what 1963 epic historical drama?
We're locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can lock that into it's Cleopatra.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to recommend a podcast. I actually met the two ladies that do this podcast at the women's podcasting conference I went to last year. It's called Trashy Divorces.
Oh, yes.
It's an awesome show. Stacey and Alicia are awesome ladies. And they do a whole episode on all of Elizabeth Taylor's marriages and divorces.
How many were there? Like 9? 8 or 9?
It was 8.
8.
But 2 was Richard Burton.
2 was to Richard Burton.
So 7 husbands, 8 marriages.
There was a great question on the family mini league for Learned League, which was so in my wheelhouse. It named out, and I got like to the second name, and I'm like, Elizabeth Taylor husbands, got it, done.
You're like, Todd, got it.
Nikki Hilton, got it.
Todd, Fisher.
The one that sticks in my head is Larry Fortensky.
Yeah.
That's the last one.
That was the last one. And I don't know why. Maybe just the name Fortensky
Just doesn't sound glamorous.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I don't think
And I don't
dripping in
think he was
diamonds.
glamorous either.
Yeah.
No, white diamonds. These have always brought me luck.
We also said Cleopatra, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. We're playing a game.
The correct answer is Cleopatra.
All right.
Yay.
Yay.
Down, so that is the end of the round. Kenya and Lisa are still ahead. It is 90 to 80.
All right.
Oh.
We've
Close
gotta
game,
get
though.
those- we gotta get
Yeah.
those points.
Get those juicy points.
Come on, Carmela.
Come on, Carmela.
I'm trying.
Trish is thinking for two. All right, round 5. Question number 1. Those darn Brontes.
Oh, no.
A teenaged Kate Bush topped the UK singles chart in 1978 with a song named for which novel?
We're locked in.
Yeah, I think it's Wuthering Heights.
So I have no idea whatsoever. And the only thing that popped into my head when I heard the question was Wuthering Heights. Yeah, so I'm good with that.
All right, we'll lock in Wuthering Heights.
We also said Wuthering Heights.
And the correct answer is Wuthering Heights.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Her voice, like back in the day, was just so high. Like Wuthering Heights. Oh,
Sounded just like that.
it did. And
Was that the album that this woman's work was on from that movie in the 80s with Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth McGovern? She's having a baby.
I don't know.
Okay. Never mind.
I don't know. No idea.
Abby Wheeler, can you call us? if
Abby
you know the
Wheeler.
answer? Thank you.
All right.
Help us, Abby Wheeler. You're our only hope.
I'm going to Google some Abby Wheeler like at some point, see if anybody's on. Question number 2, etymology. What word, most commonly used in female reproductive anatomy, literally means neck in Latin?
We're locked in.
Lisa, I don't know, but maybe possibly fallopian, because I'm just thinking of kind of the tube structure.
It could be. I'm trying to think of other words that could have a root with neck. Cervix is kind of like on the end, like a neck, like you're below your head. So, but I got no thunder on either of these.
I'm kind of leaning more towards you because fallopian could possibly be named after a person.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound as Latin to me.
So I guess there's uterus. Also sounds a little Latin-y, although I don't know why it would be neck. I could go with cervix. I mean, we don't have any confidence in any of the answers. So to me, it's just guessing.
Yeah, I would go with cervix.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to lock in with cervix.
So I hate that I finally know an answer for sure because I just had it measured the other day with an ultrasound wand that I like to call a dildo cam.
Oh, God.
And then they guessed the same thing that I was going to guess. But yeah, we went with cervix because that's the answer.
Yeah.
Also, cervical spine is in your neck.
Cervical spine is your neck. Yeah.
Yeah, the correct answer is cervix.
Yay!
Cervix.
Mine is 4 centimeters long, if anyone was wondering.
Oh, wow.
Is that good?
Yes.
Okay.
Solid.
I'm like, I have no idea if
Does
that's
it
good
get
or not.
longer during...
When you're not pregnant, it's between 4 and 5. But then if it gets less than 2 while you're pregnant, you got to go on bed rest and hang upside down for a while.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So no problems
wow.
there. I got
Okay,
it.
good.
I'm good.
Excellent. All right. Last question of this round. Late night.
Leighton night.
Yeah. A frequent fill-in for Johnny Carson and later a fashion critic extraordinaire who became the first woman to host her own late-night network television talk show back in 1986.
We can lock in.
We could lock in.
So can we?
All right. You can 3, 2, 1 this one again if
You
you'd
want
like.
3, 2, 1?
You want to do it this time?
Okay.
Go ahead.
3, 2, 1.
Joan
Rivers.
Yes, it's Joan Rivers.
Yes.
Yay.
May she rest in peace.
I know.
Yeah. As soon as you said fill in for Johnny Carson, I'm like, God.
Yeah.
I know. I put too much information in that question, but that's fine. We all feel good.
I mean, wouldn't she have been the only woman who did anyway? Was there other women?
I don't know if there's any other ones other than Joan Rivers.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
She
I
was
don't
funny.
think so either.
She was really funny.
I don't care. I didn't like the fashion side of her, but damn, she was good.
She was. I mean, she made really like keen observations. Like it was good observational humor, not I liked her. Yeah.
The one thing that I heard about her is that when she got her own talk show, that so enraged like Johnny Carson that he never spoke to her again.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
Men can be such.
Again, one had nothing to do with the other. Did it take away from him?
No.
No.
So,
No.
Shush your face, Johnny Carson.
Right. I think maybe he was mad because she wouldn't fill in for him anymore. I lost my best replacement. That was my best Johnny Carson impression, and it was bad.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of round 5.
She also, speaking of pregnancy, wrote a movie starring Billy Crystal where he's a guy who gets pregnant.
Oh,
what? There's more than one man?
Yeah.
What's it called?
There's more than Junior?
It's called Rabbit Test.
Rabbit Test.
Oh.
Never heard of this.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh?
Never heard of this movie.
It's wild.
It's pretty
That's
old.
some wild and wacky stuff. That wasn't so bad.
Well, we did really great that round. Both
Yeah,
swept
everybody
it.
swept.
Kenya and Lisa are still in the lead. It is 120 to 110.
That round was awesome. It was pretty much like, you get points, and you get points, and you get points.
Everybody gets points.
Oh, God. I guess this is another. I wrote this question, but then my brother put the category on it, and I said, you know what, I'm going to leave it. And he goes, no, I put that there as a joke, but I'm going to leave it. Fake news for snowflakes.
Yay!
Nice.
Okay.
It's my jam.
Which 16-year-old was recently named Time Magazine's 2019 Person of the Year for her work on climate change?
Okay, I am almost 100%. I'm like 99.9999% on this. And that is the spelling of her name.
Okay. Yep.
All right, we're locked in.
All right, they've locked in.
We're trying to make sure there's no R in this, no extra R, I should say.
Oh, you guys are having the same conversation?
I think
Don't give them an answer.
Our host is really strict.
I think it's pronounced Thunberg, but it's with a TH. Thunberg, Greta Thunberg.
Okay.
We said exactly the same thing. It's Greta Thunberg with a TH. THUN.
Yeah, the correct answer is Greta Thunberg with a TH. Yay.
I follow her on Twitter. She's very funny.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, she's
very good.
Clever.
Yeah.
Clever girl. All right, question number 2, Hollywood.
Yay.
Nora Lum, known professionally as Aquafina, won the 2019 Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical for her turn as Billy Wang in what film?
Yeah. We're locked in.
Aye.
Okay, I'm trying to remember the name of this. I think it's
Crazy Rich Asians.
No. It was the one from this year. Lauren, you said 2019.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
that
it's
was,
like The Farewell. That's what I'm remembering.
The Farewell.
Yeah, I think it was The Farewell something. I would go with The Farewell because I'm not thinking of anything more. And there were a couple other people that were nominated from that also.
Okay.
Okay. Again, probably wrong here, but we're going to go with The Farewell.
All righty.
Well, Sugar, did she win the award in 2019 or was the piece of art?
She won the 2019 Golden Globe.
So it would have been for 2018.
So for 2018.
So we said Crazy Rich Asians.
The correct answer is The Farewell.
Oh.
Great job.
I'll tell you something because, we're all brave women. I remember watching the Golden Globes because they're ahead of the Oscars, and she won, and she has she has some crooked teeth, and I've thought about straightening one tooth that I have that's a little crooked, and I said, she looks great, damn it.
Yeah. A little bit of character goes a long way. Well, darn it.
Yeah.
Darn it.
It's okay.
Darn it.
We're doing all right.
Yeah, everybody's doing great. All right. Last question of round 6.
Yep.
And look at how freaking efficient we are with time. I am so proud of us.
That's because we're women.
I love recording the women's episode
Men
because
are
I can.
just so full of hot freaking air.
Oh, we love them.
Always talking. I get it. You have balls. Shut up.
Oh my god. Sorry. All right. Your cat
I'm just kidding. I love you all.
Yeah. We wouldn't be here without you. Category is Vikings. Actress and overall awesome woman Hedy Lamarr was posthumously inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame for her work on frequency hopping spread spectrum technology, an innovation that is incorporated into what type of wireless technology widely used today?
And I understand the tie-in too. You guys are locked in?
We're locked in.
Okay. So apparently there was this like Viking king guy called Bluetooth because his teeth were blue. And that's like, that's why it's shaped like that. But yeah, it's technology used in Bluetooth.
That's interesting. Very clever.
We also said Bluetooth.
And the correct answer is Bluetooth. Bluetooth. Yes, King Harold Bluetooth.
I couldn't figure out. I'm like, how does this have anything to do with? And then I was like, the show. Yeah, but that makes way more sense now. Look, I learned something cool today.
That is the end of round 6. So before we get into the gauntlet, Kenya and Lisa have 150. Carmela and Trish have 130. What is our gauntlet category?
Well, I have recently been rewatching Seinfeld.
Okay.
No. They're not Seinfeld questions. Okay. But there's the episode where Jerry doesn't know his girlfriend's name. And she just tells him it rhymes with a female body part. So my category is rhymes with a female body part.
Huh.
Okay.
That's cool.
Our wager is locked in.
All right.
Our wager's locked.
Okay.
So let's head on with rhymes with a female body part.
First question. In a novel by Gustave Flaubert, what title character lives beyond her means in order to escape the banalities and emptiness of provincial life?
Okay, we're locked in.
We are locked in.
I mean, is that right?
Sure. We're going to go with it.
You don't know yet. The second question?
Yep.
Studies have shown that periodontal disease has a direct correlation with preterm labor. Subsequently, the use of Pro Health mouthwash by what Procter & Gamble brand has been associated with a decrease in the occurrence of preterm births?
We are locked in.
Procter & Gamble, potential companies.
With mouthwash.
Colgate, Lister. Oh, Crest. Crest is Pro Health.
What does Crest rhyme with?
Breast.
Oh, jeez. I was stuck below like the waist, and so I was like, "What down there is okay? Yeah, we're good."
All right, the third question. Nobody does it better than this woman, who, with the song "Let the River Run" from 1988's Working Girl, became the first person to win an Oscar, Golden Globe, and Grammy for a song that was composed, written, and performed entirely by a single artist. Who is she?
We're locked in.
Okay, we're good.
So, nobody does it better. I mean, I just went Carly Simon, but there's nothing that I can rhyme that with.
Barley. Snarly, which is how I feel right now.
Simon Vajiman.
Nope.
Simon Vajiman. We're done.
No.
So Working Girl, that's the one with Melanie Griffith.
Yeah, it's the Melanie Griffith one.
Who was Carly Simon singing about? And nobody does it better. Maybe it wasn't herself. Maybe she's talking about another lady because she's uplifting, empowering female.
Yeah. Who should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Totally.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Well, they got it really fast.
They did get it really fast.
It's because the 80s are my jam.
Yeah.
All right. Female body parts.
This is what I wanted.
Down this list.
This is what I wanted.
There is the vagina.
Dear God, this is what they're going to do. Okay.
We've got
Apparently we're doing this. There's the vulva.
Labia.
God.
Clitoris.
This is very, by the way, cis-normative.
I know.
This is quite cis-normative, but...
Fallopian. Is there a phalliope?
Does anything rhyme with cervix?
I'm stumped. Are there other things we have that nobody else has? Besides superior intelligence?
I mean, nobody does it better. It was Carly Simon, right?
Yeah, but she could be throwing us off. She's
Yeah.
slippery, that Lauren. It's a shame men have nipples because that would be a good lead.
Oh my God. Nobody has as many as me.
Lauren has 4. Let the river run. Like, I swear to God, it's Carly. Like, I can't get her out of my brain. Did she have a different name back then?
I don't know, but let's go with it. Maybe there's some part that I can't think of, but I got nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just getting older here.
So, yeah, our answer's locked in.
Okay. First question. In a novel by Gustave Flaubert, what title character lives beyond her means in order to escape the banalities and emptiness of provincial life?
We said Madame Bovary.
We eventually got there, but we also said Madame Bovary.
Rhymes with ovary.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, and Carl, I do apologize that I know this is a very like cisnormative thing, but I was like, I had just watched that Seinfeld
No, I
episode,
totally get it.
and I was like, oh, that's a good lead. Anyway, question 2. Studies have shown that periodontal disease has a direct correlation with preterm labor. Subsequently, the use of ProHealth mouthwash by what Procter & Gamble brand has been associated with a decrease in the occurrence of preterm births? Lisa and Kenya?
We said Crest.
It is actually the mouthwash that I used it this morning before I came here.
Thank God.
Crest. Oh, you're all the way over there. It's not like I'm breathing on you.
That's all me.
No, we also said Crest.
Okay.
Rhymes with breast.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And question number 3. Nobody does it better than this woman who, with the song Let the River Run from 1988's Working Girl, became the first person to win an Oscar, Golden Globe, and Grammy for a song that was composed, written, and performed entirely by a single artist. Who is she?
Tell us the answer, Lisa.
This is pissing me off.
We actually said Carly Simon because it rhymes with hymen.
Hyman.
I was like right there.
I was like, it's got to be some part that we're not thinking of. So
I mean, we went labia, vulva, clitoris.
we also said Carly Simon.
Cervix.
Okay.
So by the
got
way, not an
rhymes.
accurate test for someone's sexual
Experience.
experience. Stop using it. T.I., you're gross for constantly checking your daughters.
Oh my God. I
How
know.
disgusting.
Right?
That's horrible.
Ugh.
That's abusive.
Horrifying.
It's just men not understanding how things like work.
It's also
Yeah.
straight child abuse.
It is straight child abuse.
I even listened to a podcast. I can't remember which one it was. They were talking about this, and this doctor, I think it was an OB, saying like even some women who are literally in labor break their hymen as they're
Yeah,
giving
it's-
birth.
it's-
It doesn't
it's just
break
a
all
thing.
the time, or sometimes it breaks when you're like 2.
Yeah.
Just because.
Also, can grow back.
It's not a thing.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
But anyway, what are the answers,
Now
Lauren?
I reveal the answers. The novel by Gustave Flaubert was Madame Bovary.
Woo!
The ProHealth mouthwash is by the Procter & Gamble brand Crest. Yeah.
Woohoo.
And the first person to win all of those awards for one song,
And it's still
that?
not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
still not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Carly Simon.
Oh my God.
So that means everybody got it right, and it's going to come down to wagers. Now, Lisa and Kenya were in the lead. We were about 20 points behind. Trish, you and I, we bet 40. Mm-hmm. So that will bring us up to 170. Lisa and Kenya, what did you wager?
Okay, well,
Oh my God.
Ken and I both suck at wagering.
Yes,
So
we
half of our discussion was about how bad we are at wagering.
Yeah.
Do we go all in? Do we not go all in? And we ended up sort of picking a random number because
Yes.
I think I just mathed wrong, and we bet 25.
5. So that will bring you to 175. You win by 5 points.
Woohoo!
Kenya and Lisa are the winners of this episode. Congratulations.
That was
Thank you.
awesome. Wait, I have to do this, guys. Because
Oh, you're going to look up Abby Wheeler?
Yeah.
Oh, Abby Wheeler is
Hey, Google, who's Abby Wheeler?
a character who was in one episode of Pretty Little Liars. Oh no, it's not going to say anything.
Oh, she's not to give.
No, but there was a
gave me
character.
Debbie Wheeler. I don't know who that is.
Hey,
No.
Debbie Wheeler.
Yeah, I meant to say I did look up an
you
Abby
looked it
Wheeler
up?
while people
And
were
you
thinking
said Big Little Lies.
Maybe we were thinking about
pretty-
Abby Lee Miller from Dance Moms.
pretty Abby Wheeler. There's a couple people that play collegiate sports, but
There's
yeah,
Abby
literally
Wamba too, right?
Yeah.
But
She's just
yeah.
some lady we made up.
Abby Wheeler on Pretty Little Liars wiki. She was
just
in
in my
one
head.
episode
I've
and
never
she,
seen that show.
She died. So
Okay.
Oh wow.
Well, that is
Spoilers.
Whoops.
I didn't say which episode.
For all you Pretty Little Liars fans out there. Well, that was a tight game. That was a tight game. So I'm very happy with how everything turned out. Congratulations, Kenya and Lisa. You've won this year's women's episode. And thank you, everyone, for being here with me today. Appreciate it. So before we go, we'd like to give everyone a chance to give shout outs, promote a cause. Lisa, we'll go ahead and we'll start with you.
Yeah, so for the women's episode, I'd like to give a shout out to my husband, Adam, who always helps me set up. I borrow his laptop to do these, and he is always supportive and proud of everything that I do.
We appreciate you, Adam. Thank you for letting us borrow Lisa and your laptop. Kenya?
Well, I'll just do two things. The first thing is a shout out to my boyfriend, Chris, and the reason I'm moving, for basically being one of the most kind, respectful, just best humans I know, and being very supportive of me through everything. And then the other thing I just wanted to say was, just as women, just remember to be kind to each other. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy and tear each other down, but we just have to remember that we need to take care of each other, uplift each other, and support each other in achieving bigger and brighter things. So
I appreciate that very much.
Awesome.
Well, Lauren and Trish, we don't get to hear from you very often, so we will also let you guys do what you want to do here.
Oh.
So, Trish, do you have any causes, anything you want to shout out?
Actually, yeah. So I'll try not to cry because I'm a little weepy these days. It's okay. But speaking of, I know for a lot of women, hearing about another woman being pregnant is very triggering and heartbreaking. So if that upsets you, or you're one of those women suffering with infertility, I need you to know you're not alone. It took me 7 years.
I'm crying now. And I'm not even pregnant. I just had happens.
And 4 rounds of IVF to get here. So if you are one of the many, many women who feel like you're broken or something's wrong with you, or, needing assistance getting pregnant, or feeling like your dreams are not going to come true, I just encourage you to reach out for help. It's very isolating and sucks, but you're not alone. Keep hoping, keep trying, keep going. Resolve is a really good national organization with resources for support groups. I had an awesome therapist help me through this who specialized in grief and infertility, and she made a really big difference in my life. So if you're struggling and not quite sure what to do with all of these horrible feelings getting through this part, there are resources out there. Like I said, Resolve. Phone a friend. I had a lot of friends who went through this, who helped me through it too. So we're out there. We're here. Just ask for help. You're a warrior, and you're awesome, and you're amazing, and you're not broken. And I love you. That's all.
Well, Lauren, you get to follow that up.
Yeah, I know. Basically, anything I say now is going to sound extremely glib.
Nope.
No. Well, you know what? I talk a lot about my brother on here because I love my brother. He's great. But everybody's shouting out all these, just supportive, people and dudes and stuff. And I don't know if he's even going to listen to this, but I want to shout out to my dad. Okay.
Hi, Mr. Carey.
Hi. Because my dad earlier this week, he had a business trip down in Orlando, and he spent 5 hours in a car to spend 4 hours with me. He drove from Orlando to Jacksonville. We hung out, we got dinner, and he drove back. He got back to Orlando at 12:30 and he had a 6 a.m. flight out of Orlando to go back home to Pennsylvania. And I thanked him again, the next day in a text, and he just texted me back and he says it was worth every minute and every mile. And I'm like, oh, Daddy. So, my dad is awesome. And I realize we mostly, other than, Trish and her very poignant thing that still has me crying, but we've all kind of thanked guys for stuff. But, it's like lifting each other and all that stuff. And my dad has made me the woman that I am today in many ways. So thank you, Dad. I love you.
Him. He's amazing.
He is.
And he helped raise a really awesome woman.
Thank you. Yeah, he did something.
Well, that is going to wrap up this year's women's episode. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to do it again next year. All right, so we're going to go ahead and head out for Lisa, for Kenya, for Trish, and for Lauren. My name is Carmela, and this has been Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped trivialwarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit propodcastingservices.com.
Uh-oh. Can you come back? You can blame it all on me.
I was just going to do that. Can you come back? You can blame
I need Kenya for this one.
Do you want me to go get Jonathan?
No, it's just adding him. Oh, we did kind of skip Trish.
You feel like we all kind of know each other here, and I think that's part of the
That's
problem.
probably why. Trish has hosted for us a few times. It's been a while, though.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can slap on an outro for Trish.
Yeah. I was going to have you guys do the ending parts.
Okay, well, just have us do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think people who've been listening for long enough be like, oh, Trish. That's right.
Yeah.
We know her.
Okay.
She's tall.
Her computer crashed.
Oh,
She's
awesome.
getting back up.
Okay. All right. So for the gauntlet, Lauren is going to read the questions and we're going to work out our answers very much like we have been doing. But instead of giving the answers, we're going to wait until Lauren reads through the second time. We'll actually give our answers and then she'll kind of summarize the question, actually give us the answers so we see who's right and who's the winner and who gets to go home, the loser. Wow. I didn't mean that. I was just being funny.
Well, so this means that no way will I be going home. Loser.
No, I didn't mean that. I watched a lot of Try Guys videos this past week, and so it's something that they say.
I like being a loser. I'm cool with this.
Gee, bang, bang.
So yeah, and then we'll figure out which questions are right, and then we'll figure out what the wagers were, and we'll be ready to wrap up.